What is up, everybody? Rob here, back with another exciting episode of Punting and Pioneer. This week, I've got another kind of rough draft of an idea I've had kicking around in my head, and I'm calling it Abzan Hero because it's an Abzan deck running some heroes. So this deck was kind of inspired by the old Brave Naya deck in Standards Past, which ran Loxodon Smiters and other cards. They're all multicolored, but they're all white creatures, so they all benefit from Brave the Elements. So we have these big beaters like Siege Rhino, Loxodon Smiter, Fleece Mane Lion, just like Shalai. Everything is a white creature with the exception of Llanowar Elves, which means they're all protected by Brave the Elements. That protects them from removal spells. It protects them from all kinds of fun stuff. And it also lets you kind of go through your opponent's team and get that last little bit of damage through. If you saw my White Weenie video recently, you'll kind of see the power of Brave the Elements. And this is a way to take advantage of it with bigger, more mid-rangey creatures. Also, we have Hero Precinct 1, which is the other kind of engine of this deck. Everything in this deck, with the exception of a handful of these monocolored spells, triggers Hero, and we get more white creatures onto the battlefield, which means we have more creatures that Brave the Elements helps get through damage, and just we can expand our board and kind of Alpha Strike later on in the game and do a lot of stuff. We also can kind of play a little bit of a mid-rangey game with Abrupt Decays, Dromoka's Commands, Cast Outs, and Shalai and Dromoka, just some other big goofy stuff. But it's mostly just kind of like a curve out aggro deck with some protection and some removal. Sideboard, again, it's just a bunch of crap I threw in here just to kind of see what sticks, what works great. Sundering Growth, again, is kind of my artifact removal of choice because between Voice of Resurgence and Hero Precinct 1, we have a lot of tokens, so the populate part of this is pretty clutch. A full suite of Duress against things Duress is good against, Planeswalkers, spells. Deafening Silence against, like, is it Phoenix and Green Devotion, or not Green Devotion, just cards, decks that play all kinds of stuff. Cast Down against the creature decks. Return to Nature is kind of a catch-all. I don't know why this is even in here still. Sundering Growth kind of does all of that for me. Probably should just be like a Leyline of the Void or something. Athalia for opposing creature decks, and Unbreakable Formation. Let's get rid of these Unbreakable, or these Return to Natures, and what's that? Is that Authority or something? I am bad at spelling. You're watching me be poor at spelling here. Authority of the Councils. Let's throw two of these in here. These are kind of like Thalia. They're good against opposing aggro decks. But now I have 16 cards. Let's get rid of this. Okay. Unbreakable Formation I have in here against sweepers because Brave the Elements, although very good at protecting your creatures, not good against sweepers. So Unbreakable Formation is kind of another way for us to protect our team and also pump our team if we're just interested in that aspect of the thing. And then I got a big old Ajani. This is the big daddy. This isn't even in the 5-mana one. I just have this in my collection, and I was just like, why not? Against control, let's just play something big and powerful. So, hey, it might be cool. Again, this is a super rough draft of a deck. I'm just throwing ideas out there, just seeing if the overall idea of the deck works good. And yeah, let's play a game. Let's see how it goes. All right, so game one here, I've won the die roll, which is pretty rad. I think this is a keep. Hopefully we draw some more lands, but we at least have all three colors. We have Abrupt Decay for some removal, and we've got a Voice of Resurgence for a nice turn 2 play. All right, so let's start with the Courtyard. Just pass the turn. So Shalai is a card in this deck that it's just a one-of. I'm just experimenting with it, but against certain decks, it can be pretty powerful. I mean, against like mono red, they basically need to use at least 2 burn spells just to get rid of it. Late game, it's a great mana sink. I feel like it's a decent card. It's good with Brave the Elements. It's not great with Hero Precinct 1, but, we're playing against a fellow Abzan deck. Hello, friend. Black-white. I wonder what that's going to be. Brain Maggot, huh? All right. Non-land card, bye-bye Abrupt Decay, or bye-bye Cast Out. Brain Maggot's a fun one. So Dromica's command. We can just kill their brain maggot here. Pump my team. Let's just start with that. Or do I really need to do it yet? We can do that whenever. If they want to block, they can. I don't think they're going to. We can actually cast a Dromica's command and have them sacrifice an enchantment, which would be kind of funny. Don't even need to fight. This is a Courser of Crufix, maybe? Mana Bloom. Okay. Got some interesting stuff going on here. So what's pretty sweet about this, I can sacrifice an enchantment and fight. So target player. I don't know how this stacks. I don't know if they have to sacrifice, like if they could sacrifice this and blank the fight, or if they have to sacrifice first. Yeah, okay. Kind of lame, but what are you going to do? I'm going to play the Hero Precinct one first. We're still kind of short on our lands, which is a bummer. Next turn, we can Abrupt Decay their Mana Bloom if that starts to get out of hand, and we can start building our team Hero Precinct 1 token-wise. So they can make a lot of mana here, so things could begin to get scary. Ooh, Sphere of Safety. All right, I'm kind of regretting the Dromica's command play. That'd be pretty helpful there. Do I don't want to cycle my cast out because that's my only answer to Sphere of Safety right now. So I guess I'll just continue to build my board. This is the second game I've played on this channel where Sphere of Safety is potentially going to ruin me. I do have a answer in hand. This is an Abzan kind of. I wonder if they're playing like kind of a Constellation thing. Doomwake Giant would wreck me. Okay, so they're definitely doing Constellation. So we got to look out for a Doomwake Giant. That is something that cannot escape with Brave the Elements. Alrighty. Ugh. So, I mean, I can get rid of one of the Mana Blooms, which I'm not actually, I don't really care. Sphere of Safety is my biggest problem here. I think I just need to cycle this. I need land. So I could play, could Abrupt Decay something, but I don't even know if that matters. Let's play this tapped, play Llanowar Elf. Can't attack, don't have the mana for it. Again, Doomwake Giant is what I'm the most afraid of. Our opponent is on doing some pretty cool stuff. They're doing cooler stuff than that green-white prison deck that I played against before. Coming in, taking my Abrupt Decay. So we really want to draw into another Dromica's command or another cast out. The two cards that I've played literally only have creatures in my hand, which is a huge bummer. Because, yeah, there's no way I'm going to be able to attack with the Sphere of Safety until I get it off the battlefield. Well, that's not going to help us any. Pay 1,000 friggin' mana just to attack. Okay, there's a lot going on here. I wonder if they're playing sweepers other than Doom Make Giant. Or if they're even playing Doom Make Giant at all. I can't imagine they wouldn't. Seems like a good thing to play. Okay, well, we definitely don't have a shortage of enchantment removal. I wonder, there's a lot of enchantment decks in Pioneer. I wonder if playing Back to Nature is just like as like a 2-of in your sideboard is something I should do. There was a while where like when Boggles was really popular in Modern, even more so than now. I think Reed Duke played it at like a Pro Tour or a World Championship a couple years ago. All right. I think unless I draw 2 permanent removal spells in the next like 2 draws, there's really nothing I can do here. Even if I draw like the Dromoka's Command, they can sacrifice kind of anything. All right, well, yeah, our opponent's going off. That's they're doing some cool shit. So we definitely want Sundering Growth. Deafening Silence is actually pretty good when they start to go off. Maybe Duress, get those safeties out of there. Dromoka doesn't matter. Shall I? Cast Out's helpful. Dromoka's Command is helpful. Brave the Elements. Although the core of the deck may not even be that good in this matchup. They don't play a ton of removal. They have those like enchantment removals like we just saw. Rhino's always good, just getting more damage in. Maybe Voice, just because they're not going to be killing our stuff that much, not going to do too much damage. Go down 2 Voices, 2 Braves. Maybe a Smiter. Because we still need to beat down to win, so let's just try this. All right, not bad. We've got a lot of removal. Getting a white source here would be pretty great, but I mean, we can go Duress, Abrupt Decay, or Sundering Growth. So we can keep our opponent off of a lot of stuff here. We have a lot of interaction. We're going to be able to see their hand. All right, that's awesome. 2 Sphere of Safeties. They got the Brain Maggot, so they'll be able to get rid of one of the things in our hand, but luckily we'll be able to get it back with either of these answers here. White source would be awesome. That's not a white source. I expect the Brain Maggot to come down now. Yeah, so whatever they take, we can get back. Just kind of slows us down a turn. So taking the Abrupt Decay would be worse for us because we would have to use the Sundering Growth and we wouldn't be able to benefit from it at all with the Populate clause. But yeah, so. All right, we are rich in blooming marshes. So I'm going to pass the turn here. We don't need to get our Abrupt Decay back. I don't think this 1/1 is a huge risk to us. I'd rather save the Sundering Growth for one of the Sphere of Safeties or just another card that's going to keep us off of stuff. All right, so they'll draw a card when we inevitably try to kill something, but it's fine. Really just more concerned with the other stuff. All right, well, we are just Golgari heavy. So I think my mana base probably should have more white sources. All right, well. They're going to get a lot of value off of our removal spells, that's for sure. God darn it. Well, they're getting value. Oh my god, they are running Doomwakes. All right, well, Abzan Constellation. This is a pretty sweet deck, I gotta say. One of my favorite decks that I played back in the day was like mono green devotion splashing black for Constellation. Basically, I was playing mono green devotion with like Courser of Crewfix and your Nykthoses, Burning Tree Emissary, stuff like that. But I splashed black for Doomwake Giant, which was really good against a lot of like the heroic decks that were really popular at the time. And oh my god, I am getting punished by my mana base. Ugh. All right, so step 1, reevaluate the mana base. Probably need a little bit more of these and a little bit less of these, maybe. Having a turn 1 green source isn't that crucial. All right, well, definitely getting punished. So I can destroy the Doomwake Giant, or I can destroy the Brain Maggot, get an Abrupt Decay back. Well, definitely going to do it on their turn. Bummer, bummer, bummer. Didn't really get to see any good action going off of this deck. We'll give it one more draw step. I don't know what we could draw. All right, well, with that on the stack, I will get rid of the Doomwake Giant. They get to refill their hand. Yeah. They can take the Deafening Silence, go for it. Oh, wait a second. Oh, it's just non-land permanent. Okay. That card's better than I thought. What am I thinking of? Am I thinking of Kitesail Freebooter? And there we have it. Punished by the mana base. All right, let's close this. And take another look at this, and we'll be back with another video. Thanks for watching.